Hey everyone, Ms. Fico here. Welcome to 21st Century Communications. This year will be unforgettable on so many levels. One thing I'm confident about is we are going to grow and learn together, and if we encounter hurdles, we'll jump them together. So, a bit about me. Some of you know me because I've had you in other classes, but for those who don't know me, this is my 20th year of teaching in Manitowoc. I've taught at Wilson, Washington, and Lincoln. Most of my career has been at Lincoln. Every year I've taught at least one communications class, and for the past 15 years, I've taught 21st century communications. I love to hang out with my students, and I love to laugh along with them. I love mutual respect. I love my kitty Lily, and I love my gardens and my 5 ponds I created. And what's really important, I love this class. It is my absolute favorite class to teach. It always has been. I simply cannot wait to go on this journey with you. So speaking of this class, whether you are doing the blended model or are fully virtual, this year, all of our lessons, practices, and assessments will be found on our 21st century Google Classroom. Each week, there will be a calendar showing the learning purpose as well as the day-to-day lessons with due dates. Also, each week there will be one Google Meet, which is required. All students must attend. How else will we get to know each other and become a community? If we don't see each other and interact, I just won't get to know you. I'll also have office hours where you can drop in on a Google Meet to ask questions or just simply hang out. I had kids who did that last year in the spring. If for some reason you can't attend the Google Meet, please send me an email and so we can talk about how else you can get to the Google Meet and get the information. So now let's take a walk through our 21st century Google Classroom. So now we're in our Google Classroom, the 2020, 2021, 21st Century Communications Classroom. That's a lot of 20s. This is the classroom that's going to pop up with that finger. When you look at all your classes together, this is the one with the finger. Kind of looks like a middle finger, but it really isn't. It's the pointer finger. So what's important about being in the stream is two things. Number one, when you're in the stream, you'll notice that this is where the banner is, and you will be able to always find the Google Meet link. That's tough to say, the Google Meet link. So when we're doing our class meets, this is where you'll find the link, always. The other thing you're going to find in the stream are important announcements. I'll only use the stream when I have really something that needs to be brought to your attention, or if there's a change in what we're doing during the week. I think you get notifications when something pops up in the stream. Now let's go to that finger and click on classwork. Classwork is where you're going to find all of your lessons, materials for each of the weeks. You'll notice on the side, left-hand side, all the topics are going to be organized by weeks. I have one folder, or I'm sorry, one topic. It's called resources, and that's where I'm going to put things such as the syllabus for this class, along with my blended learning schedule, things that you might want to access quickly and not have to search through the weeks to find. So let's pop down to the very first week. And the way this is organized is the same way all of the weeks will be organized. They will be consistent. There will always be a summary of the week. And this very first week, there's some delineation between the blended model as well as the virtual model, because we just did a few different things in school for people who were in the blended model. But notice there are some assignments. Everybody needed to do a tech check. So if you were in school and you did it in your homeroom, awesome. If not, please get that tech check done. It's extremely important. Everybody's Chromebook is in really good working condition. You also have a student contact form to fill out. Many of you have done that already. Thank you very much. That's super helpful to me. And then everybody needs to sign up for a Pixlr account. It is, if you click on this, it's going to take you to Pixlr. Make sure you're signing up for the Pixlr X account. I'm pretty sure that's the one it is. Use your Google School account. And so please make sure you have that done because you won't have access to Photoshop. Pixlr is very similar to Photoshop. So we'll be using that as our image creator and image editor. And we're going to be starting that next week. So the other thing that's super important about this week is the email tutorial. One of the things we've discovered through last spring's virtual learning is many students don't know how to use their email and they don't know how to write it. Probably mostly, as one of my students pointed out, it's a really old way of communicating. But while that might be true, it's also the way businesses communicate. And so learning how to write a proper email to your teachers or other adults is really important because it transfers to when you graduate high school and you're out in the business world. No matter what you're doing, it does transfer. So you're going to go through this Google slide presentation, and on the right-hand side right here, I have some questions for you to answer in your email. And that's about it. So that was last week. Now I'm going to pop back over to Classroom, and I just want to point out the highlights of this week and what you're doing. And again, I'm going to open up this week's calendar. And again, you see there's a weekly summary, but I've added one other thing, and these are the essential questions. They're kind of like the summary. It kind of gives you the essential questions or questions that will guide us in our learning for the week. So really, if you're wondering, like, what am I learning? These questions really do support what we're learning for the week. Each one has a learning target, the task for the day, as well as your assignment or homework. This time, I'm asking you to watch this welcome video, which you can see isn't linked here yet because I'm creating it right now, and also read the syllabus for the class. We're going to pop back to that one in a little bit, in a little while. Then we're going to do some get to know you activities because I really don't know who you are and you're not really sure who I am unless you've had me in the past. Regardless, I still want to see these introductions from you. The very first one you're going to do is a 6-word memoir, and they're kind of fun. I've given you, I think, 4 different examples that I wrote. There's also a very short video in there. Please make sure you watch that and do the assignment. Next thing, on Thursday, I'm going to have you do one more thing. Well, 2 actually. Thursday is our required Google Meet at 12:50 to 1:20. And again, if that's a conflict in your life or your schedule, please email me so that I understand and then I can get back to you on how you should move forward if you have to miss that Google Meet. So the next thing you're going to do is this really cool thing called I Wish My Teacher Knew. And again, there's a very short video in there to watch. Plus, I've given you, I think, 10 different examples from me on what I wish my students knew about me. So I've got many examples in there. It also gives you the detailed instructions on where you should put the your what I wish my teacher knew statement. You only have to do 1. You don't have to do 10 like I did. And please note this on how the naming of the assignments will look in Classroom as well as in Infinite Campus. This year, they're going to be titled the same thing. And finally, Friday, and I don't care when you get this done, just have it done, please, by next week, Monday, which I believe would be the 15th of September. Get a picture of yourself, and you can upload your picture to Pixlr. However, if you don't get that far, no worries, but just have a picture of yourself from the shoulders up, as we're going to start with our very first project, and you'll need that next Monday. So, scrolling back to this, I'm going to hit the syllabus really quick, and I'm not going to go through the full thing. I just want to hit a few high points. And those high points include what the class is about, supplies you're going to need, mostly you won't need much, how you're going to be graded, evaluations, and then I have the plagiarism policies for Lincoln High School, and it's super important in a digital communication class that we understand what copyright is, what plagiarism is, because it's so easy just to borrow stuff from your internet friends. I also have a project and learning overview. Scroll through these and take a look. These are not all of the projects we're doing, but they are really kind of the highlights of the projects we're going to be doing. And finally, here's my contact information. which is super important. And then I also included my blending learning schedule for as long as we're doing blended learning. And so you'll find when I'm available for office hours, when I'm available to do Google Meets with you, you'll notice that daily 1250 to 120 is our 21st century distance learning time. If you need a different time than that to contact me, or if you want to just do a one-on-one Google Meet, let me know and I'll see if I can arrange a different time to meet with you. And again, I have my contact information. Fridays I'll have open office hours, and that's your time to get everything done. That's it for the syllabus. I hope that if you have any questions, you'll reach out to me. Let me know what questions you have. Again, I love this class. I can't wait to get started. It's certainly going to be a little different doing it online, but we're going to do this together. All right, take care. Be safe, be well, be learning, be everything. Bye.